Good evening and welcome back to the Daily Bulletin of Into Vietnam. In the next 10 minutes, you'll be updated on the business events here in the country, our top stories. According to the National Financial Supervisory Commission, economic growth rate is forecasted at 5.4% in first quarter. Vietnam is going to mobilize development capital equal to 30% of GDP. Industrial production up 10%. According to the National Financial Supervisory Commission's report on Vietnam's economic outlook in 2015, the national economic growth rate will reach 5.4% in the first quarter of 2015, and the growth rate for the whole year will be likely to come to 6.2%. Inflation in 2015 will remain at a low level due to the declines in oil and commodities prices in the world market to stand at around 3%. NFSC said that the decrease in CPI in 2015 will be a chance to consider the price reduction of several types of goods without creating many changes to the market and the economy. According to the Ministry of Finance, this year the government aims to mobilize around 1.345 trillion development capital, equal to around 30% of GDP. The development capital includes 275 trillion dong for foreign direct investment and 30 trillion dong from other sources, with Vietnam's efforts in dealing with foreign debts and building financial and credit relations with foreign countries. In the 1993-2013 period, foreign donors committed to provide Vietnam with $78.19 billion in official development assistance. The country has received $58.36 billion and disbursed $37.6 billion. The country's industrial production sector posted a 10% growth rate in January compared with the same period last year, according to the Ministry of Industry and Trade. The ministry said that the beverage and paper industries took the lead in terms of inventory last month, with a 59.5% and 100% increase, respectively. Other sectors that reported high inventory included food processing 11%, medicine 15%, metal production 32%, and electronics and computers 38%. The ministry said the high inventory was a result of the upcoming Tet holiday. Sectors that reported a reduced inventory included tobacco production 34%, leather 8%, chemical 15%, and electricity equipment 13%. SBV has become the new owner of 100% VNBC Charter Capital, ending entire rights, interests, and shareholder status of own VNBC shareholders. The State Bank of Vietnam announced an obligatory purchase of own stakes of Vietnam Construction Bank at the price of 0 dong per share. Its purchase of own VNBC stake based on Credit Institution Law SBV's Decision Number 48 on capital contribution and obligatory share purchase to credit institution under special control and the shareholder meeting's resolution. SBV affirmed that depositors' rights and legal benefits at VNBC will be ensured as per regulations. 46% of last year's incoming remittances went to production and business operations, according to Mr. Vu Hong Nam, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and Chairman of State Committee for Overseas Vietnamese Affairs. Accordingly, incoming remittances last year stood at around $12 billion, with 46% of it going to production and business operations, nearly 36% to expenses, and the remainder to savings and health services. Remittances from the United States account for 50% of the total, followed by Australia with 9%, Canada with 8.4%, Germany with 6%, France with 4%, and other countries the remainder. Remittances were the second biggest source of capital in Vietnam after foreign direct investment in 2007-2013 period, and even higher than official development assistance, according to statistics from the Central Institute for Economic Management. According to a report by the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, paper exports in January slumped 11.6% in comparison with the same period last year. Specifically, paper exports reduced to 9,000 tons in January, equivalent to a decrease of 11.6% in volume from a year ago, earning $49 million. The value also slipped 28.6% from the same period last year, the report said, adding that during the reviewed period, the United States, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, India, and Netherlands were 5 biggest importers of Vietnamese paper. Commercial banks have continuously established many credit packages worth $2 trillion to $10 trillion for property projects. Borrowing limit can be up to 85% of the total investment capital, with interest rate about 10% per year. It is clearly shown that banks are having a positive outlook on the real estate market. Ministry of Construction forecasted that credit given for property market would be about 15% in 2015, increasing loans for the sector to be about 340 trillion dong. Moreover, the State Bank of Vietnam has proposed a credit package worth 50 trillion dong for commercial houses through refinancing banks. All will be crucial momentums for the property market in 2015.
Việc mà nó quá lệch vào bất động sản thì đôi khi nó sẽ bị ảnh hưởng đến sản xuất kinh doanh. Nhưng mà ở đây thì cái quan niệm là bất động sản là cái lĩnh vực phi sản xuất thì bây giờ người ta không nhìn nhận vấn đề đấy nữa. Bởi vì thực ra thì nếu mà lĩnh vực bất động sản thị trường mà nó có cái tính thanh khoản cao hơn ấy, thì nó cũng giải quyết công ăn việc làm, nó kéo theo rất nhiều ngành khác mà cùng với cái lĩnh vực bất động sản phát triển.
Credit given for the property sector is in control. There haven't any reports on banks' transgression in giving credit for the sector. However, if it happens, it will cause many troubles. The crisis of the banking system in 2011 has remained its affection up to now, and the root of it was from the property market. Hence, banks understand the most the implications as they have suffered for being too generous for the sector.
Tiếp tục huy động vốn vào những lĩnh vực bất động sản đang dư thừa, có tính chất đầu cơ hoặc để nuôi dưỡng những khoản nợ xấu cũ mang tính chất gọi là bất khả kháng, không thanh toán được, thì đây là một cái xu hướng sai mà cần phải có sự điều chỉnh để tránh lặp lại một cái bài học quá khứ, đó là vốn tồn đọng vào những lĩnh vực mà không thể khai triển được. Thứ hai nữa là nuôi những cái nợ xấu mà cần phải cho phá sản.
Chảy vào bất động sản nhưng đôi khi nó vào những cái phân khúc mà nó không thực sự đáp ứng cái cầu xã hội thì nó lại trở về những giai đoạn trước đây. Và vì thế mà tôi nghĩ là tín dụng vào bất động sản cũng không phải là xấu, nhưng mà nó bao nhiêu là hợp lý, và để làm sao mà cân đối giữa cái cung và cầu, tức là tóm lại nó phải đáp ứng được cái tín hiệu thị trường.
Despite many improvements of the property market, banks have to stay cautious in choosing disbursement subjects, avoiding facility in lending activities.
Tức là họ buộc phải tránh rủi ro bằng cách là siết chặt, và đến khi mà họ thực hiện quản lý mà họ không quản lý tốt dẫn đến mất vốn thì họ phải chịu trách nhiệm.
Banks have to always fix rates in credit given to the property market. However, to give better credit for the sector, banks themselves have to know the limit in their lending activities. And before we go, let's take a quick review on today's local gold prices, foreign exchange rate and stock markets. It's the end of the series. Thank you so much for your time and do join us this time tomorrow. Goodbye.